Hi guys, Amanda Parr here, and this is a 10-minute yoga break. So I'm going to show you one of my favorite yoga poses of all time. For this, you need a set of yoga blocks. So if you have some yoga blocks, pause the video and go get them. If you don't have yoga blocks, I still encourage you to participate in this yoga break. Because we're going to be doing a little bit of relaxation and conscious breathing, which is still very useful, which you can just practice lying down on your back. So with our blocks, one block is going to support our upper to mid back, like where our shoulder blades are. And then the other block is going to support our head. We can experiment with the height of our blocks. So it can be at the lowest height. If you want a little bit more openness, you can bring this up to the medium height. And then the second block that is going to support your head can either be at the highest height, the medium height, or if you really want some openness through your throat, it can come down to the lowest height. I'm going to start with both of my blocks in the medium height and just experimenting with the distance, maybe like 10 inches or so, but everybody's body proportions are different. So you might have to play around for a little bit and find just the right distance. So then I'm going to maneuver myself so that I can lay my shoulder blades right down on this block. So I might have to just take my time and find the right spot and then, just lay back on it. And then the second block, make sure that that is providing some good support for my head. The knees can remain bent. Perhaps you want to experiment with the distance between your feet. Maybe separate the feet a little bit, let the knees fall inwards on each other. Or you may want to just stretch the legs out. The arms can be alongside you with the palms facing up, or maybe it feels good to reach the arms overhead and just hold on to one wrist or one elbow with the opposite hand. There is no right or wrong when it comes to where to put your arms and your legs. It's all about finding a position that requires no effort, that you can release and sink down into. When we are able to relax and release and sink down into these positions for several minutes, then we are targeting the fascia, which is this inconspicuous 3D web of connective tissue which binds the entire body together. And holding these positions for long periods of time, several minutes, facilitates a healthy low load stress on the fascia, which hydrates and enlivens it. This not only helps to relieve tension and pain and increase the mobility of the body, but also frees up the vital life force energy, which is essential for good health and expanded consciousness. I've been on my laptop for a lot of the day, and so this feels really amazing. When we spend a lot of time hunched over, this is the perfect tonic for just opening up through the front of the body, expanding the chest. And of course, while we're here, we are embodying the experience, approaching it like a meditation, sweeping the awareness through the body, from the toes gradually up towards the head, releasing the weight of the body, surrendering to gravity, softening and releasing the pelvic floor muscles, relaxing the abdomen, drawing our awareness from the base of the spine all the way to the base of the skull, releasing the weight of the body into those blocks, relaxing the throat, letting go of the weight of the head, relaxing the jaw, softening the face, and softening the backs of the eyes. You can bring the awareness to that subtle movement in the abdomen as you breathe in and out. Just by bringing the awareness to the breath, you notice that the breath naturally lengthens and deepens, deliberately bringing that breath to the base of the lungs and expanding the belly, the rib cage, letting the chest and collarbones rise as the breath reaches the very top of the lungs, perhaps pausing it there for a moment before slowly letting the breath out with control and ease. Maybe even lingering for a moment at the end of that breath before letting the next breath in, expanding and softening and filling the lungs from bottom to top. Using this as an opportunity to breathe through some of the rigidness and the tension that you feel along the spine or in the abdomen or in the chest or in the shoulders or wherever else you might be feeling that gripping or clinging or tightness. With each breath, just releasing a little bit more. And just one or two more of these long, slow, deep, deliberate breaths, and then returning the breath to a natural and spontaneous rhythm. No effort whatsoever. Just sinking into this unique moment in time, accepting that there is nowhere else that you need to be in this moment. Bringing the awareness back to the breath. Continuing to approach the transition out of this as a meditation in itself. Bending the knees, placing the feet on the ground for some stability. You may want to use the hands just to lift the head up part way, bringing the chin in towards the chest just to protect the neck a little bit. And then bringing the hands, palms facing down next to the body, using the abdominal strength and the hands and the arms and the elbows to mindfully push yourself up into a seated position. And when you first come out of these long-held positions, the body may feel a little bit vulnerable, and there may be this urge to want to kind of move around, but I encourage you just to stay still for a few moments. And in this stillness, the deep connective tissue is able to recoil back into its rightful place. You might feel this surge of energy flowing through you as the body and the mind absorbs and assimilates the benefits of what you just did. You might find that it feels really nice just to sit here. The body feels more easeful, the mind a little bit more still and clear. So sit here for as long as you want. And thank you for practicing with me. Namaste.